everybody, Samuel's Locos here, and welcome back to the railway. Welcome back to another review. Today I'm looking at an Oxford Rail Wagon, and that is this, the Oxford Rail 7-plank mineral wagon in the Great Western grey livery. And this is number 10153. So I picked this up from the West Somerset Railway last year in July. Which is the same time I bought the Teaks and the Mark II and the Great Western coach all on the same day. And I bought this one for this wagon for £17, so it's obviously a lot more expensive than the Teaks I was saying there. But this is a new wagon, so for a new wagon at that price, I have to say that's decent price, I must say. So it's not too bad, and I can see on the side of it, it does say that in real life this would be 12 tons, so it's quite heavy. So yes, first time looking at an Oxford Rail wagon that I actually own, and with it being the first time I actually own a proper Great Western wagon, it'd be quite a nice way to start off the year, really. I mean, being in February now, but you know, I'll just show you the side of the box there. So as you can see, I just might be able to make what it says. You can see the 7-plank wagon, mineral wagon. Yeah, there you go. Right, I think it's time we can get this out of its box, and I haven't actually got this out of its box yet. This will be the very first time that I will be unboxing this, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, let's start the review. Okay, so let's get started with the review, and of course it will be the unboxing to do first. The first time I've unboxed something this year, so that'll be a good way to, well, as I said, a good way to start the year. But anyway, let's unbox it. So I'll go from this side. Yep, and then slide it out. There we go. And there it is in the ice block. And of course, it's just a case of moving that and then taking it out, and then pretty much putting that together. And I can just slide that back into its box now. If it stays still. Or not, but it's back in this box now. No, come on. There we go. Okay, so that's one side. But anyway, here is the wagon. Yeah, that is fantastic, I must say. That is much more detailed than I thought it was going to be. It's got no sprung buffers, but it has got NEM couplings there, which is very nice to see. Even the insides has a nice colour. Yeah, it's very interesting on the inside. Yeah. Yeah, that is a very good wagon. Now see, there's underneath it. It's got the nice sort of white rims around the tyres there, the wheels, which is nice to see. Also got the brake handle there, but I won't get into much detail now because we'll go up against the white background and then check out some of the final details. Okay, so there is the 7-plank mineral wagon in the Great Western grey livery, up against the white background, and for my first, obviously, owned Oxford Rail wagon, I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed. I mean, the detail on this is astonishing with what I can see. Obviously, you can see all the individual planks that are on, well, that you can see on this side. You can see the door to get access into the wagon. Obviously, that would just be to empty it out, and then of course you can see where the brake rigging is. Obviously a manual braking, so when the I dare say the person, I think is it the signaller who does that, but I've seen videos of whether he puts the brake handle down, so that's when you're going down a hill, the engine's not going to go out of control and then crash. It's a very good way of doing it, really. And of course, you can see the NEM couplings on either end, which is just goes to show you what sort of era this wagon is. Obviously, it's a very new wagon, so you're not going to see the D-shaped couplings, that's your Hornby. Are there any other companies who does the D-shaped couplings? I'm not sure. But as you can see, the lining, well, the lettering, well, not lining, is very good. I mean, obviously, it's like a slanted lettering for the 12-ton, and I think, does it say ton or far 7.9? I wonder what that means. Is another language maybe? Maybe Welsh? Possibly? Is that Welsh? Or unless it's just saying or something. No, it's not or because it's got an F at the start. Or was that T? I can't make it out. Hang on a minute. If I can get closer. I think it might say month. I think it says fair or something. Maybe it's something to do with how much minerals will cost, maybe? I don't know. Possibly. And then, of course, you've got the number 10153. So that'll be the number for this wagon. If I bring the camera up a little bit, like so, you can see the inside of the wagon there. If I do that, you can probably see it better. You can see a couple of doors inside there. You can just see the second one. But I dare say when those doors open, it'll drop out all the minerals into a pit, I dare say. And then obviously they'll be taken for collection by road and taken to their designated locations for when they need to go. Yep. And if you can get a better look at the lining around the wheels and also the axle boxes there. Yeah, very fine details. I like the bit of grey in the middle. I think that's the latch to open the door above. I think. If I choose to go onto this side of the wagon, like so, like this, you can see we have got a grey hook just above the coupling on this side, as well as non-sprung metal buffers. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Obviously, if they were sprung, then wow. But they're not sprung. But I've said they do look good from my position. And of course, these bars here, there's a small gap between them, but I mean, the rivets on them are quite well. I mean, you can even see them now. I mean, it's a bit shady there, but you can very clearly see it. But yeah, this wagon seems to be getting better every time I look at it. I think they've got builder's plate on the base of it there. You can just see it over there, just below the G, or Great Western. Yeah, so it's always quite nice to have a Great Western wagon in your collection. But anyway, I think it's time to get this wagon down onto the track and test how free rolling these wheels are. From what I could see and what just looked at a couple of minutes ago, it seemed to roll quite beautifully. And also with the fact that it kept moving around inside the box, I would say it seems quite good. But we won't know until we actually officially do it, won't we? Right, let's get started on that. Okay, so with the camera placed in position at the hill, you can probably see in the background the Taylor's locomotive, but I won't say, well, you can probably already see what it is, but I won't talk about it just yet. But for now, let's put the wagon down onto the top of the hill on the track. So I'll put it. Is that on the track? Yeah, that is on the track. Woo-hoo. It's already getting ready to go. Right, if I just do that, it might just. Here it comes. Ooh, and it stops on the curve. Look at that. That's quite a speed it goes down there. That is impressive. Can it go any further than that? I mean, oh, bit of roll back there. You see this is all quite flat here, but I mean, it's quite a bit of a hilly bit here, so. Yeah, look at that. That runs beautifully, doesn't it? Yeah, that is impressive. I am chuffed with that. A very good purchase. Let me just put it in front of the camera there. is it in shot? Let's have a look. Oh, it is bang on shot. Right then, I think it's time we should couple it up to the wagons and then reverse the locomotive that I will be using today up to the rest of the train, check out and make sure the couplings are working, and then we'll start a good old-fashioned running session. So let's go on to that. Okay, so there is the Great Western 7-plank wagon down onto the track, ready for its first time to be introduced into one of my trains, of which it is obviously a classic wagon train. This is just an open wagon, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other wagons to go with it, so it would be a 10-wagon train. And as I hinted earlier in the video, the locomotive that I will be using, not that one, will be this one. It is the BR 56XX. Well, it's really 66XX, but it's still 56XX. Or should I just say taffy tank? And it's DCC. Now I know why it's obviously a BR livery and it's a Great Western wagon that I'm looking at today. But I thought because this is such an amazing runner and it can do quite a slow speed, I just thought got to run it today. And but being a freight train, I just thought it just fit the bill perfectly. Obviously, there are other locos which I could have run today, but I decided not to because I really like this one. And for those who are questioning why do I have a brake van behind the locomotive, the reason is because the wagons that I had behind it running, because I was making sure that the train actually stays on the track, they kept running behind the logo. So I decided to put this brake van there because it's a larger wheelbase, it's got M couplings, and it's behaving itself. So that's the reason why, and also because these two liveries do work well together. So anyway, let's get the locomotive coupled up to its rest of the train, and then we'll start the running session. Okay, so what we're looking for is a nice steady reverse to make sure the coupling hooks do engage properly. But anyway, let's reverse the locomotive backwards. Or in reverse. Maybe not. Forwards then. No, there we go. Now you can see why I chose it. It's just such a slow runner. Alright. That's backing up. Okay. And we have contact. I'm just gonna make sure that all hooks have engaged properly. Not quite. If I go forward, it might not be coupled properly. I think it might be because I'm on a curve. Oh, another locomotive has become unhooked from the brake van now, so yeah, as you can see, it's not covered at all. Okay. Has it covered up with the other? Yeah, it's covered up to the train. Alright, I'm just going to move the train backwards a little bit, and then I'm going to put the brake van here. It's a bit of a stiff brake van. I mean, yes, I know it's a brake van, but it's not really supposed to have that stiff wheels. Let's just run the locomotive backwards. Right, let's see what that has done. Okay, so it's still not coupled up with the wagon yet. Who's at fault here? Ah, right, okay, so the brake van does seem to, the coupling is drooping down a little bit, but the rest of the wagons are on the right side. Just coming up properly there, because the obviously the D-shaped couplings are a lot wider, it can move around a lot, but I'm just going to manually do it. There we go. Right. Yeah, it's all right now. Yeah, the coupling on the brake van is drooping down. It's quite significantly. So more than the well, it's a lot lower than the Oxford Rail Wagon, which is annoying, but it is what it is. But I mean, we've got a full train, so I will be running other locomotives around the layout today. Which there's another BR1, and the rest are Great Western. So, without further ado, let's get the running session started. Okay, maybe not. The Great Western brake van still hasn't coupled up to the locomotive yet. Alright, okay, now it is. That brake van. You can see why I having had troubles with this, trying to get the wagon to couple up. But I mean, this is just stupid. Right, okay, let's go now. Let's try and do a steady start. I mean, just look at that. Nice, steady. Oh, stop there for a minute. That was me on the controller. Yeah, let's get a nice speed up. I mean, yeah, just look at that. Wow. Okie dokie. Okay, so then on the second line, I have gone with the Great Western Castle class. I've gone with a rake of Pullman coaches to go with it, and here comes the Taffy tank and the new wagon. They're going around absolutely perfectly. Right then, let's get Dunster Castle going. That is the name of the logo. Lovely stuff. Okay, so on the third line, I have gone with the ex-Great Western BR4 class, Helmingham Hall, and I've gone with a rake of chocolate and cream Mark 1s, so Western Region 1s. So without further ado, let's get 6947 going. What we do? We can start this one. I normally can. Oh, I think she's might cut out. So as I was trying to do it, let's just move forward slightly. Yeah, that was the case, right. There we go. There's another smooth start on this one. Let's get to a fairly decent speed, and there we go. And then on the inside line, I have gone with the Great Western Small Prairie, as I thought it's really the next size up from the Taffy tank. So I've got with a rake of 4 collet coaches with it today, so matching colour with it, and also matching livery being Great Western in a grouping livery. So without further ado, let's get this one going. Whoa, what was that? I've got no idea, it's a big bang. Oh, bit of a storm on the points there.
Well, I must say that was absolutely fantastic routing. No derailments whatsoever. No problems. No stopping or starting. Just constant running on trains. I do love Great Western Railway locomotives, and I especially love 6671, the Taffy tank. Yeah, this is one of those days where everything just runs smoothly. Yes. But anyway, that's all I've got time for today. If you enjoyed today's video, please do like and subscribe. And if there are any comments, please, or things you want to say, please do put that in the comments below. But for now, I shall see you next time for some more reviews and videos. Goodbye, everyone.